morning, lab rats. Today we're shifting gear. Today is Greedy Bastard Day. The secret to riches, lab rats, is the same as the secret to comedy. Timing.
1:15:10, Max. Feels like we should move now.
Not yet, Alf.
Boss, why'd you keep calling me Alf?
Because you're an aggressive little flunky, Kenny. And as your boss and genetic superior, I can call you whatever I want.
Max Skinner's phone?
It's Kimberly. Is Max?
Yeah, one moment, please. It's Kimberly. Sorry, Kimberly. Max isn't here.
Where is he?
He and his fiancée at their wedding rehearsal today.
What?
Do you want me to leave him a message?
No, I don't want to leave a message.
Okay.
1:15:90. 1:16. 1:16:10.
Right, lab rats, just remember, we're not here for the dental plan.
50 bid, people are buying. Max?
Sell.
That's it! That's yours over there! Yours over there! Keep selling it! Do you hear that? Sell it, that's yours! Darren, look at me! I said, that's yours! Darren, look over here! What you got in the box over there?
Miserable sod Skinner's dumping bonds onto the market.
Well, you can't do that. There's a gentleman's agreement on the exchange.
A gentleman's agreement presupposes there's a gentleman involved.
Amos, he put out $5 billion in sell orders. Prices are crashing through the floor.
Come on, people, get off your asses!
Come on, step to it! Start selling! Sell!
They should bury you face down, Max, because that's the way you're going.
Next one down! 3 big figures to 113.50! Still going down.
5.
Fucking buy it all back, Mickey boy! Buy it all back! Immediately buy it all back! It's yours to buy back! Don't worry about it! Buy it all back! You're a genius, Max!
Filthy bugger, he's forced down prices, he's gonna buy everything back on the cheap!
Start buying! Buy it now! Start buying!
Well done today, lab rats. Wonderful work. We all made a spectacular amount of money. Today we proved the adage that winning isn't everything.
Yes.
And there were strange goings-on the bond market today.
Welcome back, family. I'm happy to have you here. Hope everything's okay with you and you're doing fine. It is with me. This video is just going to be housekeeping. Just going to be talking about some things on what I have going on and what I plan on doing for the future as well. And that's really about it, but let's get into it. Thank you. When I come to the terminal, the first thing I do is open my daily time frame, and I'm just looking for a market trend and market structure. Obviously, we're in a uptrend, but in the past 4 months, we have been going kind of sideways and doing some type of consolidation. When I come down to my 4-hour chart, I'm looking at the previous 3 weeks in accordance to the 3-day cycle, but since we're on a 4-hour chart, we're just going to be doing the weekly 4-hour cycle, okay? And we can see that the previous the previous week's open and close gave us pretty much an inside week. If we look on the previous second week, we can see that we had an open high and an open lower close. So that will tell us that the market trend was still to be put as bearish, okay? And obviously we have if we go back 3 weeks, we see that we have a peak formation high that coincides with another peak formation that happened 2 weeks before that even. So what I'm just looking out for is on this weekly 4-hour chart, I'm looking for a price to be at the monthly high and the weekly high, a false break reversal, and a weekly close lower or higher than the weekly open. That way we will have a fresh peak formation, okay? Right now, we don't have a fresh peak formation for the weekly cycle. We just have a consolidation price action. So if I head over to my 1 hour chart, my 1 hour chart is just giving me the 3-day cycle. And with the 3-day cycle, we look for what? A weekly high at the previous weekly high in a false break reversal. So we're on Tuesday and we are at yesterday's or Monday's high. We went up there, we didn't break it, we didn't even touch it. So that's not really telling me anything, but as you can see right off the bat, we have a peak formation from last week's high that played out all up until Monday's low. And again, price did not do a false break reversal. It just did a stronger open, not a weaker open, but a stronger open because we opened above yesterday's price action. So this can be pretty much can give us some type of peak reset, hopefully. But I'm still suspecting price to go bearish or the market trend to go bearish. Okay, if we go on our 15-minute chart, I'm using the 15-minute chart strictly on entries or my type 1, type 2, type 3 Asia setups. And that can be counter trend or with the trend. Okay, if I was going counter trend, I would have taken this W at the bottom and took my buy, and that would have been my day for that. But I was only looking for sales, and that's why I deemed this price action as a type 1, because I automatically understood what was going on the bigger time frame, and that's why I said this was a type 1 structure. Head and shoulders formation was presented to us, and we had a nice decent sell. Okay, and that's my mindset on what I'm looking for on these particular time frames. So the indicators that I use on this terminal is a lot, but I found out that I can use particular indicators only on particular time frames, or I should say I have the settings to show on particular time frames, not just on one term time frame or all time frames. What I mean is that on this daily chart, I don't have my session boxes showing. I don't have the work time ribbons showing on here. I only have SMC indicator showing my volume based order blocks, and then my time stamps. That's really it. Okay. So if I head over to my 4 hour chart, I'm using sweet spots, round numbers, and the other indicators that I used on my daily chart. If I head over to my 1 hour chart, it's almost the same thing with the addition of a wolf ways indicator. With this wolf ways indicator, it's looking for trend reversals. So you can see that it's kind of accurate. Okay. We have this peak formation over here, and then that will be, level 1, and then level 2. The wolf ways indicator picked that up as some type of price action or parameter that it goes based off of. And then when we get to level 3, which was the end of leg 5, we have a peak formation W down here to get in for the buying, for the buying climax. Also, so if I go into the wolf ways indicator and exit out the indicator itself, you see it doesn't really update. It shows the most recent wolf ways indicator. You can have it showing a lot more than this, but I just feel like if you toggle on the first one always, it will show you that. And it will go away until we reach the red line, which is our take profit line. So we technically should be in a buying position from 3 weeks ago, but with my broker, I'm only able to trade at certain times, or I should say, I'm not supposed to be trading the news, so I have to take those trades off just because the leverage that they give me. They don't want traders to trade, news with that high amount of leverage. So I don't have the luxury to be in a swing position, but it would have been nice, to do that. But as you can see, price is finally, want to retest those highs on this bullish cycle, and this can be a bigger W. But if you look at the overall market structure, it looks like this is a head and shoulders pattern that's beginning to fail. So maybe we need some type of another retest at these major round numbers to get in for another buy position. So again, let's head over to a 15-minute chart, and this is my entry chart. Okay, I don't really look at this chart just solely for market structure or anything like that. I'm looking for my entries and patterns, my 15-minute patterns. So the indicators that I'm using on here now is what the classic session boxes with, I call them, I'll say windows of opportunity, but if I toggle off the candles, they really just show the market maker's playbook, or yeah, the playbook for the day. Okay. I'm not using these to place trades, but I'm using it to see the market maker playbook template, you know? So for example, when I come to my 15-minute chart and toggle those candles off, around here, around 1 a.m. to 3:30 is around here. And I'm looking, I'm saying, well, price is at the high, the initial high of the day. So I'm expecting probably a type 2. It'll be nice to see a type 1, but what do we get on the next 2-3 hours? We actually were greeted with a type 1 setup. Why? Because they broke the initial high. They went up 50 to 100 pips. In our case, they went up about 100 pips and gave out a second leg. Okay. And that was very nice. And everything lined up in those parameters that I lined up. The darker boxes or the thicker boxes is just representing the London close heading into the New York session. And that's just, to show momentum or some type of setup. Sometimes, price can consolidate and do a type 22. As you can see over here in this area, price gave out, you could say, a type 222. I did deem that as a type 222 setup because we did get a second retest to the first M structure, and those that price action played out all up into the close of London. Okay, so that's very nice, and that's really all the indicators that I'm using for this particular terminal and time frames. And like I said, I'm just keeping it simple. I just don't want to bum rush into anything and just take trades based off of what I'm seeing. I'm trying to build up rapport, and gain some type of confidence for me to pull that trigger. Okay. With the trade planner, I'm almost done completing my first trade plan. I did add another trade planner to this, and it's representing my Apex funding account. I just recently bought that one, and it's going to take me a month to pass that if I implement what I'm doing with my regular trade planner instead of trying to win $10,000 or $8,000 in one trade. Despite Apex account, well, with this particular Apex account, your max drawdown is about $7,000, and your ultimate TP is $20,000. But as you can see, it will take me about a month to hit $20,000, and I'm very okay with that. That's I wouldn't mind taking the fee because my monthly fee is only $36 instead of 100, no, instead of 80 something dollars. I'm okay with that. And with these Apex accounts, you should treat it with that type of mindset where you going to have to take your time and really just finesse the system, finesse the rules, and show them that you can be consistent and you can manage this particular capital smartly instead of trading like everyone else that wants to, get funded within 2 weeks or so. Okay. So this is right up my alley. I'm going to be, very chill with it. Once I do hit my second trade plan, I will buy another Apex account and just copy trade and so forth. I will just keep on rewarding myself more Apex accounts because the maximum of accounts that you can have with Apex is 20 accounts. So you can have a maximum about $6 million in Apex accounts. I mean, it's all in total. If you buy, $300,000 accounts, and that should be the goal. Every time I complete a trade plan, I will add, another account in, go on my regular routine, and hopefully you can do the same. But yes, patience is key, and staying true to yourself is another thing to do as well. So again, utilize the resources that I'm giving you, because you're not going to get this anywhere else. If you're tech savvy enough to, make these particular tools, then all kudos to you. But just take your time and study, back test. That's the most important part. But just focus on the price action. Forget about the indicator. Just focus about the price action, the timings, the pattern, and that's all you really need. I thank you. Stay blessed. Take care.
Be careful with my heart, cause that shit broke. Told that bitch be careful with my heart, cause that shit broke.